have insomnia really badly, so I don't sleep very well because of my size. I never really know if when I go to bed, if that's gonna be the last time.
My doctor installed a trapeze above my bed just to help me lift my body up.
Walking is hell for Karen. Every step feels like punishment. Even something as basic as taking a shower becomes a battle because she has to climb 16 stairs to get there. 16 stairs might as well be a mountain at her size. She lives with her daughters, and they're the ones carrying her through this life. They watch her suffer, they pick up the slack, but they also have to live with the burden. For Karen, every movement is agony, but standing still is killing her too.
With showering, it's harder to clean myself because of my edema. The swelling of my legs makes it hard to get into like all the areas I need to reach. I do have a shower chair that I can use if my back starts to hurt.
After dragging herself through the smallest tasks, Karen wants just one thing: to sit down and gorge. That's her reward. She's housebound, so the only way to eat is to have her kids cook for her or order it in. She can't even leave the house to grab it herself. The cycle is humiliating. She's completely dependent, yet she demands more food. Her daughters see it. They know what's happening, and it disgusts them. They're tired of feeding the very addiction that's destroying her.
She is a stress eater. I do think she uses food as a source of comfort, but it's just never occurred to me to have a problem with it, because when we're anxious, of course you want your favorite snack, you know? It cheers you up.
12 eggs for breakfast. 12! That's not breakfast. That's an assault on her body. And Karen admits it. Food is always on her mind. She's obsessed with grease, obsessed with fat, obsessed with the worst food possible. It's not just eating, it's compulsive self-destruction. That's how you end up here, with a mountain of food first thing in the morning, acting like it's normal. She calls it breakfast, but really, it's her addiction showing its teeth before the day even starts.
And everything looks so good. And the only thing that makes me feel better is when I eat. So I'm eating more, even though food is what caused me to be in prison to begin with.
But Karen says she wants to change. She's decided her life has to be different, and the first step is reaching out to Dr. Now. She tells herself it should be easy, but it won't be. Not for her. She can't even travel, so she insists on a video call instead. Already you see the problem. If she won't even leave her house to meet the man who could save her life, how serious is she really? Talk is cheap. Commitment is work.
Like a couple years ago, I started going out less and less, and then it got to the point where I just stopped going out at all. Me just having like panic attacks when I would go out. Even now, it's to the point where it's too much and I can't.
Dr. Now doesn't buy the excuses. He asks the obvious question: how can she expect to get surgery if she won't even come to see him? Does she think he'll perform the operation in her living room? He's blunt because he has to be. Karen wants the solution without the effort, but that's not how this works. Surgery isn't magic, it's earned. And if she won't even leave her couch for a consultation, what hope does she have of surviving the real battle?
On as one and eat together. For lunch, I'll either order something out, and then like dinner, I'll cook. Or on weekends, typically after work, I'll actually order out dinner too. So there's times where I'll order out for lunch and dinner.
Dr. Now sees the pattern instantly. Karen doesn't accept that her choices, staying home, eating non-stop, are the reason she's in this state. She treats her size like something that just happened, not the result of daily choices. He puts her on a strict diet, tells her to lose 50 to 60 pounds in 2 months. The goal is clear, but does she follow it? Number. She doesn't even bother showing up in Texas again. Already, her actions are exposing her words as hollow.
And I kind of shut down. I couldn't do it. And I know I've been avoiding Dr. Now for the past few weeks because he was trying to get a hold of me. But I wanted some time to work on his diet and exercise, to make some progress to show him I do want to change my life now.
Karen insists she feels lighter, feels like she's lost a lot of weight, but feelings aren't facts. She can talk all day about how different she thinks she looks, but without a scale. It's just lies she tells herself. Dr. Now sets up a video call, and when he doesn't see the proof he wants, it all unravels. Her progress is an illusion. The reality is she hasn't done the work, and she knows it too. That's why she avoids the scale.
I couldn't go and make it to the appointment. I tried to go down and drive down to the clinic, and just so I can have, a practice run to help with my anxiety and getting there. But, I didn't sleep well the night before, and I panicked. I just shut down. I wasn't able to do it.
Karen makes it worse by claiming she's already lost 100 pounds. 100 pounds! Dr. Now doesn't let that slide for a second. He hits her with the truth. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. Without proof, without a number, it means nothing. Her excuses and claims crumble against the reality of the scale, but instead of facing it, she doubles down on the fantasy. That's not progress, that's delusion. And delusion won't save her life.
Are you going to follow up with Dr. Paradise if we set that appointment for you?
Yes, Doctor. Now I'm going to continue to do everything that you are giving for me to do, as long as you keep working with me and helping me get to the point where I'm comfortable leaving the house again.
Finally, Dr. Now gets through. Karen agrees to let someone come weigh her at home. It's the only way to get past her lies. He sets it up, and now there's no more hiding. The scale will reveal the truth, whether she likes it or not. All her talk about losing 100 pounds will either be backed up or exposed as nonsense. This is the moment where words no longer matter. The number is coming, and it will cut through the lies.
Maybe down to at least 540.
604.
Yes.
All right.
Thought it was going to be less than that.
Yeah. Well, just be encouraged. Keep working hard at it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm glad I clearly lost some.
When the scale comes, the truth is brutal. Karen claims she lost nearly 40 pounds, but the reading shows this is her first recorded weight. There's nothing to compare it to. All her claims about progress are meaningless. She can't rewrite the numbers. And when Dr. Now gets on the call, he's clear. This isn't progress, it's avoidance. She wanted to believe her own story, but believing doesn't change the truth. The scale strips away the lies in seconds.
I might have still probably lost close to 100 pounds.
Well, I'm glad that you are under 604. So what I need to see from you is that stay on track and show me that you can lose at least 50 pounds over the next 2 months.
At first, Karen swore she weighed 640 pounds. Then she changes her story, saying maybe she was in the high 600s. She can't keep it straight, but Dr. Now doesn't care about shifting numbers. He sets another goal: lose 50 pounds in 2 months. It's straightforward, realistic, and necessary. Yet the question is whether she'll actually follow through. Karen keeps dodging, keeps shifting the narrative, but the scale is coming again. And when it does, the truth will either save or bury her.
I know there's going to be people in there I don't know, and I'm not going to be able to do this, Amber. I'm just going to go back home.
What are you even scared of? Like, building's not that well. What's the worst that can happen? A lot of people?
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what the worst that can happen is, and I'm not.
Karen completely blows it. She finally makes it to the clinic but turns right back around. She walks away from the chance to face the truth. Instead, she hides at home again. Dr. Now doesn't let her off the hook. He sends another nurse with a scale, determined to get the number. And when it comes, the results are devastating. The fantasy of progress collapses. Karen can't hide from the numbers anymore, no matter how badly she wants to believe her lies.
So I think I'm going to be in the 400s today.
Okay, 583.
Are you sure? Is that scale working properly?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we zeroed it out so we can, make sure that it was clear. It's on a level surface. So
the numbers don't lie, and the numbers expose her. Karen believes she lost almost 200 pounds. The truth? She didn't even lose 30. It's pathetic, and instead of owning it, she plays the blame game. She points fingers, shifts responsibility, pretends it isn't her fault, but everyone can see it. She's the reason she failed. Her excuses won't change the scale. The weight is her burden to carry, and it's one she's refusing to lift even a little.
But this morning, the scale is not going down to the number that I think it should be at, because I know, I've lost 100 pounds since starting the program, and it's just not showing that. So I know you're not going to be happy with the number, so I'm just kind of frustrated and processing in that.
Karen refuses to accept reality. She argues with the nurse, demands a recheck, swears the number must be wrong. When the same reading comes back, she flat out denies it. That's how deep her delusion runs. She's so locked in denial that even hard evidence isn't enough. The truth is right in front of her, and she still says no. That's not just denial, that's sabotage. She isn't just lying to Dr. Now, she's lying to herself, and it's costing her everything.
That's not right, Dr. Now, because it's higher than before, and that's not right.
Karen, this is a professional scale. Is not your everyday scale, and they're precise and is accurate.
In the end, Karen never gets her surgery. She refuses to leave home, refuses to face the scale, refuses to engage with the truth. Her lies, her excuses, and her denial destroy every chance she had. It's insane to waste the opportunity of a lifetime because you'd rather protect your fantasy than face reality. For Karen, the story ends without victory, without progress, without redemption. The weight wins, and she stays trapped in the prison of her own making.
Sometimes when I wake up, I feel like getting up and going to the kitchen or hopping in the shower, but I can't do those things.
Gary's situation is rock bottom. He's completely bedbound, unable to leave. Even his interviews have to happen right there on the mattress, surrounded by the wreckage of his choices. He's been in that bed so long he's created an entire social dynamic with the people who come to scrub him clean. Imagine that, your relationship's reduced to caretakers wiping your body. No movement, no freedom, no dignity. At 32, his whole world has shrunk to the size of a mattress, and food still runs the show.
That person doesn't thoroughly clean me, then we have a problem. You know, it's a routine. You know, wash, rinse, dry.
After the humiliating cleanup, Gary's day has one highlight: food. His mom shows up, cooking him breakfast like he's still a child. That's his reward. Not walking, not progress, not freedom, but stuffing himself after sitting still to be washed. That's what his life has come to. The routine is twisted. Eat, stink, get cleaned, eat again. His mom enables it, spoon-feeding his destruction in the name of love. For Gary, that plate of breakfast is the best part of his day. That's tragic.
There's nothing I like better than getting really full with food. And I'm trying to shake it. It's unexplainable because I'm the only one in my family that struggles with a weight problem.
Gary says his situation is unexplainable, but that's a lie. It's painfully simple to explain. You sit at home, shovel food in your mouth, never move, never exercise. This is what you get. There's no mystery here. Obesity isn't magic, it's math. Calories in, no calories out. That's why he's trapped. He talks like it's some great unsolvable riddle, but it's the easiest equation in the world. His life is the consequence of his choices. No excuses. Gary is living proof of cause and effect.
When I saw him bedbound for the first time, couldn't get out the bed, couldn't go to the bathroom, I was hurt, you know, because I've been working with Gary for years, like, you know, helping him with these type of situations, and I was very upset.
So what's the answer? Stop eating. But Gary doesn't do that. Instead, he decides to make a change by booking an appointment with Dr. Now. The question is whether that appointment will actually matter. Everyone can talk about change, but Gary's been talking himself into this corner for years. Sitting in that bed won't get him thin, and neither will empty promises. Seeing Dr. Now is step one, but if Gary isn't willing to actually move, mentally and physically, then it's just more wasted time.
9 months of being bedbound just felt like 9 years.
Okay, Gary, you're not able to get up and go to kitchen or refrigerator and get the food. Who is bringing you the food?
My caretaker, my mother.
Gary admits the ugly truth. He can order food to his bed anytime he wants. No effort, no barrier, just endless delivery. And that's what's killing him. Dr. Now asks the hard question: when does this end? When does Gary finally stop? Gary doesn't have an answer. He's never even thought about it. That's how deep the denial runs. He's eating himself to death, and the only plan he has is to keep going until his body finally gives out.
He doesn't get out of the bed. It's going to be you. Eat less and do more exercise to build up your stamina to get out of this bed.
Right.
And if you don't get out of the bed, there's not much I can do for you. We can't magically make you lose weight.
Gary swears he'll follow Dr. Now's guidelines. So, Dr. Now lays it out: 1,200 calories a day, strict diet, and enough weight loss to get Gary out of bed. He's only been bedridden for 9 months, so Dr. Now believes he should be walking again in a couple months if he sticks to it. That's the plan. Clear, simple, life-saving. But sticking to it is the real test. Gary's had chances before, and every time, food wins. Will this time be different?
Good, and you haven't made much progress since then.
So what's going on with you? How is your ability to get out of bed and walk? My ability to get out of bed, I can get out of bed, but to move my legs and to walk has been a very hard obstacle for me.
Gary manages to stand, but he still can't walk. Dr. Now sees through the effort. Gary's eating too much. When confronted, Gary admits he's been unmotivated. At 32 years old, when your body is collapsing and your life is on the line. If this isn't the moment to be motivated, when is? Dr. Now's patience runs thin. He gives Gary one more chance. The scale will decide. It's not about talk anymore. It's about what the numbers say next.
That I'm gonna show some progress. I might even be down to the 600.
So the weight is 764.
Whoa, okay? Damn, how'd it get that high? I did not expect to see that.
The scale doesn't lie. 764 pounds. That's insane. After months on this journey, Gary's basically at the same number he started with. No real progress, no breakthrough, nothing but excuses. He's still stuck in the high 700s, still clinging to the same habits, still killing himself slowly. Dr. Now isn't impressed, and why would he be? At this point, Gary is showing he'd rather stay heavy than fight for his life. That number is more than weight. It's failure in digits.
My weight today is 764.
I see. Your days 1 month ago was at you 745. So you haven't lost anything, huh?
No.
Why is that?
Well, I have to try harder with my diet, just eat more healthier.
5 months into the program, and Gary isn't losing, he's gaining. That's not bad luck, that's irresponsibility. He's had Dr. Now's plan, had the tools, had the time, and instead of putting in the work, he dug deeper into his addiction. It's proof that he's not taking it seriously. Excuses don't put the pounds on, food does. And Gary is still eating like nothing's wrong. 5 months wasted, and all he has to show is a higher number on the scale.
Less, you're eating more, and you think you're eating healthy, and your weight is going up. You understand any of them that your weight has to do with the amount of calories you're taking every day?
Yes.
5 months in, Gary has the nerve to say he'll start losing weight as soon as possible. As soon as possible? What does that even mean? His life is already hanging by a thread. There is no later. But Gary acts like he has forever. Dr. Now gives him another chance, but you can hear the frustration. How many chances does one man need before he finally takes his life seriously? This isn't discipline anymore. It's pure procrastination with deadly consequences.
And I'm nervous to find out if I lost weight or not. I was 764 pounds at my last weigh-in. So that means if I lost 70 pounds, I would be down to 694 today.
Okay, today you weigh 759.30.
Damn, that's not good.
2 months later, Gary shows his results. 6 pounds. That's it. 6 pathetic pounds in 2 months. That's the final straw. He's 8 months into the program, and he still hasn't shown any serious effort. At this rate, he'll die before he ever qualifies for surgery. Food keeps winning because Gary keeps letting it. If Dr. Now walks away, it won't be out of cruelty. It'll be because Gary wasted every chance he was given. 6 pounds isn't a fight, it's a joke.
So Gary, you haven't lost any weight in the past 8 months. So
Yeah, I lost 6 pounds, but that's a little progress, but
By now, it's clear. Gary isn't serious about weight loss. He never gets to see Dr. Now in person, never earns the surgery, never puts in the fight. Instead, he hides behind excuses until the show ends. No transformation, no redemption, just wasted time. He started Bedbound, he ended Bedbound, and nothing changed. At 32 years old, Gary had a chance to rewrite his life, but he chose food instead. And when you choose food over survival, you don't just lose weight, you lose everything.
I feel like the life that I am living right now is a nightmare, and it's because of how bad my body has gotten.
My stomach, it's gotten freakishly bad now.
I'm stuck behind this.
Jackie's stomach is freakishly bad. It doesn't even look like part of her body anymore. It hangs off her frame like a separate being stapled to her. It's disturbing, unnatural, and yet somehow it isn't even her biggest concern right now. That's the madness of her situation. The most shocking thing about her body isn't what consumes her. She's numb to it, desensitized to the horror of carrying a stomach that big. What would traumatize most people has become her normal, and that's terrifying.
Me and my aunt have a really good relationship, and besides my grandparents, she's like
The only person that I see regularly.
brings a sense of comfort whenever I'm eating. I love the taste of the food.
Watching Jackie eat is unreal. The sheer amount of food she gulps down in one sitting is staggering. She doesn't even pause to breathe properly, just non-stop shoveling. This is her routine, her religion. Food is worship, and she is the most devoted believer. But the faith is killing her. Now she says she wants to make a change. That's why she goes to see Dr. Now. But wanting change and living change are worlds apart, and Dr. Now has seen her type before.
Less since then. So hopefully I'm a little lower than that.
Your weight is 709.
Wow.
I'm embarrassed for my grandfather to see me like this.
Her stomach hangs so badly, it practically scrapes the floor. It's grotesque the way gravity pulls it down, and the scale confirms the nightmare. 709 pounds. That's a number that would make most people bedbound. The only reason she isn't trapped in bed already is the way her fat distributes, drooping forward and letting her waddle instead of collapsing. It's not strength that keeps her moving, it's physics, and physics won't save her forever. That stomach is dragging her into the grave.
At what age are you starting to struggle with your weight?
At 4 years old, I was over 100 pounds.
All right, so you kept gaining since then?
Yes.
Even Dr. Now is shocked at how early this started. Jackie's stomach looked this way since she was just 14. 14 years old and already trapped in the body of someone whose life was being destroyed by fat. It didn't happen overnight. It was years of unchecked addiction. Now the only fix is weight loss. Dr. Now makes it clear. Surgery won't solve it unless she proves she can put in the work. That's her only shot at undoing a lifetime of damage.
The only factor that affects your weight loss is your food.
Okay.
Okay, so how many times you eat in 24 hours?
24 hours, probably like once or twice.
Do you snack in between?
Not really, because I'm working. I do work from home.
Jackie tries to minimize her eating. She claims she only eats once or twice a day. Really? If that were true, she wouldn't be 700 pounds. Dr. Now isn't fooled. He presses, asking about snacks, and she admits to grazing in between. That's the truth. Constant snacking, constant feeding, constant excuses. She tries to disguise binging as just a meal or two, but the scale exposes her every time. At this size, lies about food are laughable. Dr. Now sees right through them.
You'd be 250 pounds, but you're not.
I know.
So where's the extra calorie coming from?
That's what I'm needing help with, because it's just been on my body for so long. It's hard to come off.
Well,
the instructions are simple. Lose 100 pounds in 1 month and qualify for surgery. That's the deal. With her size, the weight should fall off fast if she actually follows the diet. But when it's time to see results, the truth comes out. She only loses 20 pounds. 20. At her size, that's barely a dent. She acts confused, says she doesn't understand how it happened. Dr. Now understands perfectly. She's still overeating. The scale is proof, and the proof never lies.
I needed over the last 2 months to get to the weight loss goal that Dr. Now gave me. If I did that, I'll be down to 640 today. I really hope I did, because I worked really hard to get there.
Jackie insists she's eating less, but the numbers don't back her up. If she had actually followed the plan, the weight would have come off. Instead, she's still dragging her feet, making excuses. Dr. Now doesn't buy it for a second. He calls her out, tells her straight she's still lying to herself. But instead of cutting her off completely, he gives her another chance. One more shot to get it right. If she fails again, she's out. It's that simple.
If I did that, I'd be down to 619 today. That's something, but it's not enough. I don't understand why I didn't lose more.
Another weigh-in, another disappointment. She needed to lose 70 pounds. She only lost 20. Again, same result, same excuses. Jackie insists she did everything right, but the scale doesn't care about words. Somehow, she's still not losing. That somehow is her still stuffing her face. She's delusional if she thinks otherwise. Dr. Now keeps the door open, but the truth is obvious. She's wasting his time. This is self-sabotage on repeat, and it's only a matter of time before the final strike.
Your weight today is 686.
Oh, wow.
Please go to room 5.
That's not good. I don't know what happened. I know I messed up, but I didn't think it was that bad.
This time, Jackie doesn't just fail, she gains 17 pounds up. That's insane. At her size, it should be nearly impossible to gain weight this fast, but she manages. It's proof she's working harder at cheating the diet than following it. Instead of losing, she's backsliding. It's embarrassing. Dr. Now looks at the number, looks at her, and knows the truth. She's not serious. No patient gains at this stage unless they're flat out refusing to change. She's actively digging her grave deeper.
You gained 17 pounds. Why?
Just with depression going on, and then my dad's death date just occurred, so that was really stressful to go through.
Jackie says she wants motivation. Motivation. At her size, her motivation should be survival. The fact that she still needs something more than stop or die is unbelievable. Dr. Now breaks it down, tells her straight, overeating will kill her, period. But even that doesn't seem to be enough. She nods along, but her actions tell the real story. If knowing death is near won't light the fire, then what will? For Jackie, motivation isn't missing, commitment is.
Eating wrong, what do you mean? Explain that.
Not sticking to the diet.
Oh, that's very vague. Just exactly tell me what you eat is going to make you gain 17 pounds?
I am going and getting burgers and stopping at other restaurants.
Dr. Now spells it out in brutal terms. To gain 17 pounds at her size, she had to work hard at eating. It's not an accident. It's dedication to the wrong thing. She claims she's trying, but the scale shows the opposite. Eating less doesn't equal weight gain. She's either lying or deluding herself. Still, Dr. Now gives her another chance, another lifeline. At this point, it's mercy more than medicine. Will she finally take it or throw it away again?
If that's it for me, then I don't know what I'm going to do.
You can step on the scale whenever you're ready.
I was 686 the last time, so that means I have to be 616 pounds or lower today.
Finally, progress. Jackie loses more this time, and it looks like she's finally put in effort. The question is whether it's enough. Dr. Now's decision hinges on more than just a number. It's about whether she can prove consistency. One good weigh-in won't erase all the failures, but at least now there's something worth considering. For Jackie, this weigh-in feels like a last breath of hope. If it's enough for surgery, she gets a second chance. If not, she's done.
So what is therapy doing for you?
It helped me get past some of my childhood issues that I had, the trauma that I had with my parents, and bullying that I had.
Okay, so you need to make sure you keep up with that.
Okay.
It takes a lot of back and forth, but finally Dr. Now approves her for surgery. It's not a glowing success story, but it's a shot at redemption. After multiple failures, excuses, and even gaining weight, Jackie finally shows just enough to earn it. Her life is still hanging by a thread, but at least now there's a chance to cut herself free from the prison of her body. Surgery won't fix her excuses, but it can give her the lifeline she's wasted so many times before.